Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, you are listening to the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Roger Radio Show. I am Roger Radio. It's another beautiful day. I'm back in my old Hawaiian yacht rock stuff because we got another good, legit album review today. And it's a brand new one, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm excited about it. But first, I need my cup of coffee. I just woke up literally an hour and a half ago, so I'm trying to get back into it. So, yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing today? I pretty much made a decision that I'm going to also start trying to do more of these episodes for myself when I have time. With a lot of great new albums coming out here and there, I want to try and get as much new stuff in while I can instead of some originals or oldies stuff, so try and bring a little more of the newer variety to this channel. So, and this album right here is, oh my god, dude, this album should actually be the album of the summer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you out there are Keith Urban fans. I myself am. And today, we are going to review his newest album that just came out a couple days ago, Flow State. I feel like I was sitting in a huge-ass pontoon, just taking it all in. Long Island iced tea in one hand, a spliff in the other, and then just tuning out, and that is how I felt listening to this whole entire album, man. This is such a good album, man. Like, it's really good. I don't know what else to say, really. Hey, and considering that it's just still brand new, so to speak, we're still waiting for it to really pop off, but I guarantee you it will pop off, folks. I promise you that. So, it goes a little like this. The album was released on June 12th, 2026. It was recorded at none other than The Sound Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. The genres are country, soft rock, and yacht rock. The labels were Hit Red and MCA Nashville, and the producers were Dan Huff and Keith Urban himself. Now, the interesting thing about this album was that Keith Urban intended to make this album a yacht rock album. Now, yacht rock, obviously, it's I feel, in my opinion, it's like one of the most underrated genres out there. Like, it should get a whole lot more exposure, in my honest opinion, but it feels like it just doesn't, So, this album pretty much comprises mostly of cover songs, but there is one original Urban song that's on here, which he did with Michael McDonald of the Doobie Brothers, which we will get into shortly. And I think he did a fantastic job with these covers. I mean, there's I think one or two songs that I really wasn't a fan of, but they were still enjoyable at the same time. So we'll give him credit where credit is due, after all. Now, Flow State features 10 covers of classic soft rock songs and has his own original, We Go Back, which we will get to soon. Aside from McDonald, it also featured collaborations with the aforementioned Michael McDonald of the Doobie Brothers, who also happened to be a former member of Steely Dan in their earlier days. It also included Little Big Town and the one and only John Mayer. Urban first mentioned making a yacht rock album during the country radio seminar in Nashville, Tennessee, when he stated, and I quote, "It's the first time I've done an album of covers. There is one original on the record. It's a thematic record, yacht rock songs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding." Well, ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't fucking kidding when he made this. He described his inspiration for the album as coming from the original intent of yacht rock as a genre, music created as an antidote to stress, built to uplift. The album was officially announced back in April, on the 29th of April of this year, alongside the release of the lone original We Go Back featuring Michael McDonald and also Keith Urban's own version of the song Summer Breeze. It was recorded at Urban Studio, which is The Sound, formerly known as the Tracking Room in Nashville, where the project began with just recording one or two songs for fun without the intention of releasing them, before evolving into an album full of material. Let's see here. Yep, there is not. Oh, there's no ratings or anything like that. I mean, after all, the song just, or the album I meant, just came out. Now, there was an article that Rolling Stone magazine did release. Let me see if I can find that for y'all quick. I will include the link to everything in the description below. Oh, but pretty much the headline for this article by Rolling Stone says, and I quote, "Is country music going yacht rock? Keith Urban's new album suggests something's afloat." Pun intended. And I'm not going to be able to read the whole entire article. You'll have to check it out for yourself if you have a subscription for Rolling Stone. I fucking hate when they have to force us to like make subscriptions. We should not be forced to fucking do that. We shouldn't. Right, but nevertheless, he said he wanted to make a yacht rock album, and he managed to pull that off. Now, if we look at the album cover, it's probably, I would actually say this is probably one of my favorite album covers in recent memory. It's pretty much him just standing, looking to his right or whatnot. And there's an ocean line right behind him, like he's on a beachfront. And now, whether or not this was a blooper photo, I don't know. No, but it looked like it was done perfectly. I mean, there's a nice skyline there. It almost reminded me of one of my old high school senior pictures that I took where I was on the North Shore and there was like a lakefront of Lake Superior right behind me in some of them. The only thing is that I only was able to cover like maybe two of my photos, and the lakefront's not one of them. There is a nice picture of me up against a stream that was going beautifully, and then the one that I used where I was just leaning up against a tree that was literally on the edge of a cliff. If that tree would have fallen, I probably would have fell into the water with it. Anyway, we're gonna get right into this album review right now because there's not a whole lot of information I can really give you. So we're gonna get right into it. Now, we're going to start off with, let me see if my shit will even load quick because I need my YouTube music so I can describe it. Obviously, it's a good thing that I can't play the audio, so. We're going to start with Steal Away, which was obviously a cover that was originally done by Robbie Dupree. And it actually had that nice upbeat tempo. It felt like a very soft opening for this album that would come out, Where would I put it at? I would say it's like a middle of the pack kind of song for me, but it felt nice. Now, a lot of these visuals, they have all these audio visuals on the album for like when you play it on YouTube. It's pretty much just a beachfront right there, I don't know, intertwined with Keith Urban's guitar playing and whatnot, which fitted perfectly. Yeah. But it feels very soft. It feels very yacht rockish, Now, I'm going to include the links to the originals Wikipedia pages in the description below for all the cover songs, but I'm going to read off of these for all of you. Okay, so Steal Away was a single released by Robbie Dupree on his 1980 debut album in April of 1980. It was recorded in 1979. The genres were soft rock and yacht rock. It was originally released by Elektra Records. The songwriters were Robbie Dupree and Rick Chudakoff, and the producers were Peter Bonetta and Rick Chudakoff. Um, I obviously have not had time to listen to the original, so I can't really tell you, but it's probably nice to have that information here for all of you. Um, so the song was released. It immediately charted in the top 20, becoming a big hit during the summer of 1980 and the driving force on his debut album. Um, in 1991, John da- D'Agostino of the Los Angeles Times described the song as a blatant wimpy ripoff of the Michael McDonald Kenny Loggins composition "What a Fool Believes." The Washington Post noted similarities in both Dupree's vocal style and backing vocals to "What a Fool Believes," mentioning that McDonald's publishers sought legal action, although McDonald himself did not accuse Dupree of stealing his song. In 2014, the song was used in the pilot episode of American television comedy drama series Red Oaks. In 2017, the song was used in the American television crime drama series Better Call Saul in season 3, episode 10, titled Lantern. And of course, the song was also featured on Keith Urban's 2026 album, Flow State. Now, I did not even know that, honestly. Now, my friend Brent has been trying to get me to fucking watch Better Call Saul for a while, and I have watched Breaking Bad. I still need to watch that series, and I still need to watch the El Camino film with my boy Jesse Pinkman. Anyway, let's see here. It became Mr. Dupree's biggest hit. It peaked at number 6 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and number 5 on the adult contemporary charts. In Canada, the song reached number 14 on the pop chart and spent 3 weeks at number 2 on the adult contemporary chart. In 2009, VH1 ranked Steal Away, placed at number 64 on their retrospective list of 100 greatest one-hit wonders of the 80s. This is despite Dupree having had a second top 40 hit with his number 15 peaking single, Hot Rod Hearts. All right, let's see here. Yeah, number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 85 on the Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs, and number 5 on the Adult Contemporary. By the year-end charts, it was ranked at number 92 in Canada and number 26 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. So even then, for that original, it was pretty good. But I do like this original here. It's the overall rhythm sounds good. It really does. And even then, watching the audio visuals, they look like found footage stuff, that old. It's not black and white footage, but it has that grainy feel to it, like you're in the 60s or 70s. And whether or not Keith Urban wanted that to happen, I don't know. I don't know. Alrighty, let's read the lyrics here. Come on and hold me, just like you told me. Then show me what I want to know. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Tease me. Why don't you please me? Then show me what you came here for. Oh my god, I can fucking relate to that. I've been teased so many times, but I was never pleased and... Ah! Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Into the night, baby. Make it tonight. Oh, I caught you glancing my way and I know what you're after. No second chances tonight. Why don't we steal away? 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 Into the night. I know it ain't right. Into the night. Oh, I know it ain't right. Why don't we steal away into the night, baby? Why don't we steal away, oh, to the night? Let's make it tonight. Make it tonight. Oh, why don't we steal away into the night, baby? Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away? Steal away. Hey, make it tonight. overall, it's a pretty good soft opening, you know, like you don't need anything too hard or aggressive. So it was pretty good. Okay, so next track that we have here is none other than um Baby Come Back, another good classic right here. Um this is probably one of my top favorite songs right here. I don't know why. It has that Steely Dan vibe to it, you know? It feels like if Keith Urban would have thought about collabing with these guys in the past, you know, or if um I can't remember which one's still alive actually, but imagine if he brought the other surviving member of Steely Dan in. Let me take a look, see who it is that's still alive quick. Ugh. Oh yeah, it's Donald Fagen who's still alive. Yeah, I thought so. Just imagine if he would have brought Donald Fagen of Steely Dan in to be a special guest on this song. I feel it would have did so much more better, but not to take away, it was pretty good. You know, even the visuals on this are just as good as the last one. Really is. Okay, so uh let's take a look at the original here who it was done by. So the original for Baby Comeback was done by the American rock band Player from their self-titled debut album of the same name that was released in September of 1977, recorded in 77. The genres were soft rock and blue-eyed soul, which kind of makes sense considering the Keith Urban version sounded like this. The record labels were RSO Records and Phillips Records. And the songwriters were Peter Beckett and J.C. Crowley, and the producers were Dennis Lambert and Brian Potter. All right, so here we go. Yeah, it was a breakthrough single for that band, gaining them mainstream success, hitting number one on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 for the 3 consecutive weeks of January 14th, 21st, and 28th of 1978, and number 10 on the R&B charts in 1978. Their biggest hit single, the song, was written and performed by Peter Beckett and J.C. Crowley, who are the founders of Player. As reported on the American Top 40 broadcast of November 5th, 1977, Baby Comeback was written after two of the band members had broken up with their girlfriends. Coincidence? I think not. It looks like before the Keith Urban version, it has had other cover versions. In 2018, Australian band Ocean Alley included as part of the Like a Version segment on the Australian radio station Triple J. The cover reached number 16 on Triple J's Hottest 100 of 2018 and was certified gold by the ARIA. And the song was also been recorded by Lisa Stansfield and of course appeared on this album here. It peaked at number 32 on the UK singles chart, number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. That's pretty impressive. Number 20 on the US Billboard Adult Contemporary charts, and number 10 on the US Billboard Hot Soul Singles chart. For the year-end charts, it was at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 44 in Canada. It was certified gold in Canada with 75,000 units records or copies. I meant 2 times platinum in New Zealand with 60,000 copies, silver in the United Kingdom with 200,000 copies, and certified gold in the United States with 1 million copies sold. So even then, that's very impressive. Very impressive indeed, folks. All right, so let's get into the lyrics here. Let me find what I need. Here we go. Spending all my nights, all my money going out on the town, doing anything just to get you off my mind. But when the morning comes, I'm right back where I started again. Trying to forget you is just a waste of time. Baby come back, any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby come back, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. You all day long wearing a mask of false bravado, trying to keep up the smile that hides a tear. But as the sun goes down, I get that empty feeling again. How I wish to God that you were here. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong and I just can't live without you. Now that I put it all together, give me the chance to make you see. Have you used up all the love in your heart? Nothing left for me. Ain't there nothing left for me? Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. Listen, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong and I just can't live without you. I was wrong and I just can't live. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Well, guess what? You cannot blame me. I am never at fault. I always still live by these two policies. Number one, it's never my fault. And number two, if you still don't fucking understand, look at rule number one. All right, so next song is actually my least favorite one that I really did not like, and it was Magnet and Steel. Now, this song here was features the likes of Little Big Town, and like I said, I was not a fan of this song. Dude, but although the visuals for this song are pretty good, I just was not a fan of the song. Now, this year was another cover, obviously, and it was originally done by Walter Egan. Again, it was released as a single from his album Not Shy. I Yeah, released in March of 1978. The genres are soft rock. It was released by Columbia Records and Politer Records. The songwriter was Walter Egan, and the producers were Walter Egan, Lindsey Buckingham, and Richard Dashut. So, yeah, for the original version. It reached number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and number 9 in Canada. It spent 22 weeks on the American chart. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, who at the time were members of Fleetwood Mac, sang the background vocals along with several others. Buckingham was also one of the song's producers along with Egan and Richard Dashwood, and Nicks was also Egan's inspiration for the song. Okay. Well, there is that. I'll give him that. Now, Magnet and Steel was featured in 1997's Boogie Nights, 1998's Overnight Delivery, and 1999's Deuce Bigelow Male Gigolo. It was also heard in the season 2 episode Ohio from the HBO series Divorce and in the film This Is 40. The singer, Matthew Sweet, recorded a version of the song for the Sabrina the Teenage Witch album with Lindsey Buckingham on guitar and backing vocals. Egan and Donna Lauren recorded a duet of the song in 2011. Lauren released it on her YouTube channel to coincide with Egan's appearance on her podcast, Love's a Secret Weapon. And of course, the song was featured on Flow State. It peaked at number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100, number 18 on the US Billboard Adult Contemporary, and number 9 on the US Cashbox Top 100. And for year-end charts, it peaked at number 40 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and number 59 on the US Cashbox. Alright, so those are pretty good to say least. But like I said, I just was not a fan of this song. I just ain't. You know, I'm trending, folks. Anyway, let's get into the lyrics here. The lyrics go as follows. Well, so now I told you, so you ought to know. Ooh, they're all gonna say the ooh and ah thing on the throughout this whole thing, so I'm gonna ignore those. Now I told you, so you ought to know. It takes some time for a feeling to grow, but you're so close now. I can't let you go, and I can't let go. It almost sounded like, when you're in one of those fucking movies, they always have the common trope of volcanoes erupting as you find the greatest treasure ever, and they just tell you to let it go. The most fucking overused trope in any movie ever. Anyway, yeah. With you, I'm not shy to show the way I feel. With you, I might try my secrets to reveal. For you are a magnet and I am steel. I can't hope that I'll hold you for long. You're a woman who's lost to your song, but the love that I feel is so strong and it can't be wrong. With you, I'm not shy to show the way I feel. With you, I might try my secrets to reveal. For you are a magnet and I am steel. Yes, you are, baby. With you, I'm not shy to show the way I feel. With you, I might try my secrets to reveal. For you are a magnet and I am steel. You are a magnet and I am steel. You are a magnet and I am steel. Steel, I am steel. Ooh, ooh, woo. And that's it. Overall, I'm never listening to this song again. I'm never listening to it again. Alrighty. All right, next up is without a doubt one of my most favorite songs on here. And it's called Just the Two of Us. There is something about it. It has a bit of a touch of a Grover Washington, the original guy, along with a Steely Dan touch and even Pink Floyd from Dark Side of the Moon. This is definitely a song I would get high to and I would definitely fuck to. That's how good it is. So there you go, people. There you go. The visuals, of course, pretty good. But once again, really just great. Let's see here. How much songs do I have left here? I'm going to quickly double check one more time before I continue. We're going to do two more songs and then we're going to take a quick break, folks. So let's get into it. Alrighty. The song was originally done by Grover Washington Jr. alongside with Bill Withers. It was released on Grover Washington's album Wine Light, which was released as a single in February of 1981. The genres obviously are jazz, R&B, smooth soul, and Quiet Storm? The fuck is Quiet Storm? Oh, it's a radio format and genre of R&B performed with a smooth romantic jazz influence style. Oh, okay, so this is technically a porn music. I can really dig that. Fuck, I'm a dirty fuck. Anyway, it was released by Elektra Records. The songwriters were Bill Withers, Ralph McDonald, and William Salter. The producers were Jonathan Johnson, Grover Washington Jr., and Ralph McDonald. Now, the single peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the week ending May 2nd, 1981. Songwriters Withers, Salter, and McDonald won the Grammy Award for Best R&B Song at the 24th Annual Grammy Awards, and Washington was nominated for Song of the Year and Best Male Pop Vocal Performance, but he did not win. I don't know who it was that won that, honestly. So, let's see here. Yep, reached number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, staying there for 3 weeks behind Morning Train 9 to 5 by Sheena Easton and Bette Davis' Eyes by Kim Carnes. It was Washington's only top 40 hit. Let's see here. The song won a Grammy Award for Best R&B Song. Withers included the edited version on his 1981 compilation, Bill Withers' Greatest Hits, and many subsequent Greatest Hits collections. Well, I mean, if that's that good, and then considering that Keith Urban, after all, made his own version, so that's good. I'm gonna have to give the original a listen because I've been becoming a huge Grover Washington Jr. fan. It peaked at number 34 on the UK singles chart, number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 2 on the US Adult Contemporary chart, number 3 on the US Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, and number 4 on Cashbox Top 100. It ended the year at number 18 on the Hot 100 and number 18 on the Adult Contemporary charts. Oh, and number 78 on the Canada Top Singles chart. So that's pretty good. Let's see here. It was certified platinum in Denmark with 90,000 records sold. In Germany, it was certified gold in Germany with 300,000 records sold. Number gold in Italy with 35,000 records. 3 times platinum in New Zealand with 90,000 records. Gold in Spain with 30,000 sold, and platinum in the United Kingdom with 600,000 records sold. And yeah, that's all there is to it for that song. Overall, it's a great listen here. A really good listen indeed. This is probably one of my top songs right here. It probably might be my number one song. We'll have to take a look as we go down the list, folks. Let's see here. All right, it goes a little like this here. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometimes. I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. The only way you're gonna build castles in the sky is if you're fucking either on Minecraft or Fortnite. Fuck you. We look for lava, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is. As it don't make no flowers grow, and good things might come to those who wait, not for those who wait too late, or who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, just the two of us, just the two of us. Building them castles in the sky, just the two of us, you and I. I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. Imagine if it said, and it becomes the Mountain Dew instead. That would actually be kind of funny, you know? And I see the morning sun. I want to be the one with you. Oh, yeah. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building big castles way too high. Just the two of us. You and I. You and I. You and I. Just the two of us. Oh, we can make it. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles way up high. Just the two of us. Oh, you and I. Just the two of us, so we can make it. Just the two of us, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. We can make it. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. And that's it. All in all, I could safely say that this would definitely be a song that Aegis would be shitting on. But I tell you what, I'm glad he's not here because I don't need any of the fucking criticisms that he gives my favorite songs, dude. Alrighty, so before we continue on to the next song here, just gotta get set up quick. All right, the next song that we have is simply titled "On and On," and let's see. This is a middle of the pack kind of song for me. It does bring a little bit of Keith Urban's country origins back into it when you hear the guitar, you know. It's another good song where you can just lay back and relax, you know. Maybe this would be a song that I would say would be perfect if it's the evening, around the evening time where the sun's going down. Like, that's the feel that I get from it. It's another good tune, you know. Would this be a song that I would listen to again? Pretty much, yeah, if it's playing on the air, but I probably wouldn't add it to my favorites, you know, but it's a good tune, without a doubt. Um, Okay, so the original was done by Stephen Bishop for his debut album Careless. It was released as a single in May of 1977. It was recorded in 1976. The genres are soft rock and pop. It was released by ABC Records. Stephen Bishop was the songwriter, and the producers were Henry Louis and Stephen Bishop himself. It became a major hit, peaking at number 11 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and spending 28 weeks on the chart. In Canada, the song peaked at number 6. On the US Easy Listening chart, On and On peaked at number 2. It reached number 3 on the corresponding Canadian chart. Despite not reaching the top 10, it was the 30th ranked single on the Billboard magazine year-end chart for 1977 as a result of its almost 7-month chart run. So that's pretty good. Let's see. It peaked at, of course, so once again, number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 2 on the Easy Listening chart, and number 5 on the US Cashbox Top 100. For the year-end charts, it ended at number 71 on the Canadian RPM Top Singles, number 30 on the US Billboard Hot 100, number 6 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary, and 28 on Cashbox. So those are very good. There were a couple covers that were done prior to it. Kenny Rankin covered it in 1977. His version charted concurrently with Stephen Bishop's original, reaching number 110 on the US Billboard Bubbling Under chart. British reggae group Aswad took their version of the song to number 25 in the UK in August of 1989. And of course, Keith Urban covered it on Flow State. So that's pretty good. Good, man. I might have to give some of these originals a listen if they're that good. I think if it's a covers album thing that I have to do, I might have to give the originals a listen too. So I'm going to try and work hard on doing that as well. Alrighty, here we go. Down in Jamaica, they got lots of pretty women. I'm sure they do. I guarantee you after his divorce, Keith Urban went to Jamaica himself. Call me crazy for saying that, but hey, what happens when you got a guy who is newly divorced and looking to mingle, right? All right, steal your money, then they break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam. Take him from the fire into the frying pan. On and on, she just keeps on trying, and she smiles when she feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. Poor old Jimmy sits alone in the moonlight, saw his woman kiss another man, so he takes a ladder, steals the stars from the sky, puts on Sinatra and starts to cry. On and on, he just keeps on trying, and he smiles when he feels like crying. On and on, on and on, on and on. When the first time is the last time, it can make you feel so bad. But if you know it, show it. Hold on tight. Don't let her say goodnight. Oh. I got the sun on my shoulders and my toes in the sand. Woman's left me for some other man. But I don't care. I'll just dream and stay tanned. Toss up my heart and see where it lands. On and on, I just keep on trying and smile when I feel like dying. On and on, 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 on and on and on, ooh. Yep, that's all there is to it. This song is pretty much a middle of the pack kind of song for me, you know? Pretty much. Okay, folks, we are going to take a quick commercial break. I need to get some more coffee in me, and I might need to get a couple more Tums in me because I'm feeling gassy right now. So, smoke them if you got them, drink them if you got them, jerk off if you got them. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Gentlemen, I tell you, after a long, stressful day, you know sometimes it's just good, relax, and just enjoy the weekend while you can. In this case, for me, music-wise, honestly, I have to enjoy my weekend by just sitting back and having me some Post Malone Oreo cookies right here. Now this here I've never tried before, but because I'm musically inclined, I have to try these. Holy fuck, that actually looks good. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. It looks like a reverse Oreo cookie, but it's almost like it went halfway and they still didn't go back ever. Might as well give this a try. That looks incredible. Well, cheers. Are you an independent musician or band that's looking to be interviewed and to promote your music? If so, contact me via social media or email today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Roger Radio Show, the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. And we are just going to continue to go with the flow, with the Flow State by Keith Urban, which is the subject of today's legit album review. We have just covered the somewhat first half of this album, so we're just going to get back into it. We are going to start off in this second portion of our podcast with a Keith Urban original, which is We Go Back, which includes the likes of Michael McDonald as the special guest vocalist, who is known as the backing vocalist for Steely Dan from 73 to 1980, and then rose to fame as the lead vocalist of the Doobie Brothers. Or so, if you have listened to it, it's actually a pretty good tune, you know? Like, Keith Urban and Michael McDonald pretty much take turns at singing and whatnot. Like, Keith Urban would just do the different verses that would be coming through, and then Michael McDonald would do the chorus. And the visuals, once again, very good stuff. It felt like, it pretty much felt like if they would have used another version of this and put it on the Doobie Brothers recently released album that came out about a year and a half ago, it felt perfect, you know? All right. It's pretty much a good flow, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, pretty much. This is an original, so there is no Wikipedia link for this. And I was like, how the hell can you only have the links for all the originals, but you can't have one for this Keith Urban song? Oh, man, like, what the fuck? Let's see here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, yeah, I got the lyrics here. All right. You were the one when we were young, and I never thought I'd see you again, but here you are, you haven't changed at all, and it feels just like it did when we first began. Same town, same roads, I know the streets you grew up on. We were the first of all of our friends to fall in love. I know I never should have let you go. I was young and dumb, and I messed it all up bad. You tell me that it's too late now, 'cause there's somebody new around, but but what we've got is the one thing you'll never have. We go back, oh, we go back. Remember the lake, our summer escape? You lost the keys to your '88 Jeep, and we had to walk back home. Look at us now, out on the town, looking for something or someone or somewhere we belong. Same town, same roads, I know the streets you grew up on. We were the first of all our friends to fall in love. I know I never should have let you go. I was young and dumb and I messed it all up bad. You tell me that it's too late now, 'cause there's somebody new around. But what we've got is the one thing you'll never have. We go back. Like a 1970 Cadillac, we go back. All the days and months and years that could have been. I still want you now like I wanted you way back then. I know I never Should have let you go, never let you go. I was young and dumb and I messed it all up bad. You tell me that it's too late. You tell me that it's too late now because there's somebody new around, new around. But what we've got is the one thing you'll never have, baby. We go back, we go back, we go back, we go back like a Cadillac. Oh, we go back, we go back, we go back like a 1970 Cadillac, like a 1970 Cadillac. We go back, we go back, we go back like a Cadillac. We go back, we go back, we go back. That's it. It's a pretty good tune, you know. Like, it's nice to at least have something that's like a urban original here, you know. It can't all be covers all the time, you know, folks. It just can't. It doesn't work that way. All right, next up we got is Help is on the Way. And what did I say about this song here? I'll need to take a look one more time, folks. Just give me a quick moment. This is probably this song here is a way more upbeat than all of them, you know, but it's another good tune, you know. Um, it sounds like if you're going on a road trip, you know, and you just arriving in town, you know. This is like a middle of the pack song for me to say the least. It's a pretty good tune, you know. All right. The original was actually done by Little River Band, and it was released on their album Diamantina Cocktail, which was their third album. It was released in April of 1977. The single was recorded in 76, and the genres were pop rock and soft rock. It was released by EMI Records and Harvester Records. The songwriter was Glenn Shorrock, and the producers were John Boylan and Little River Band themselves. The song peaked at number one on the Australian Kent Music Report singles chart, and the song also peaked at number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100. At the Australian 1977 King of Pop Awards, the song won Australian Record of the Year. At the 1978 Australian Record Awards, the song won Top 40 Record of the Year. And the song, of course, was covered by Keith Urban. So I could actually understand why he would want to include this song. He must be a huge Little River Band fan. I really wouldn't know, to be honest with you, you know? So, Cashbox Magazine said, using classic chord progressions, this pop group from Australia builds carefully detailed arrangements that showcase a tight vocal blend and bright guitar melodies. A strong sense of the dramatic build-up geared for top 40 and AOR play. So that's good. It peaked at number one in Australia, number 10 in the Canada top singles, number 21 in the Netherlands single top 100. For the Canada, it was the RPM top singles. And then finally, it peaked at number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100. And the year-end charts, it peaked at number 18 on Australia, in Australia on the Kent Music Report chart, and number 102 on the Canadian RPM charts. So that's pretty good. That is very, very impressive to say the least. Let's see here. All right, here we go. The lyrics go as follows. Why are you in such a hurry? Is it really worth the worry? Look around, then slow down. What it's like inside the bubble? Does your head ever give you trouble? It's no sin, trade it in. Hang on, help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on, a tiny voice did say from somewhere deep inside the inner man. Are you always in confusion, surrounded by illusion? Sort it out, you'll make out. You seem to make a good beginning. Someone else ends up winning. Don't seem fair, don't you care? Hang on, help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on, a tiny voice did say, from somewhere deep inside the inner man. Don't you forget who'll take care of you. It don't matter what you do. Form a duet. Let him sing melody. You'll provide the harmony. Why are you in such hurry? Is it really worth the worry? Look around, then slow down. What's it like inside the bubble? Does your head ever give you trouble? It's no sin, trade it in. Hang on, help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on, a tiny voice did say, from somewhere deep inside the inner man. Hang on, help is on its way. I'll be there as fast as I can. Hang on, a tiny voice did say, from somewhere deep inside the inner man. Help is on its way. Help is on its way. I hate to tell you, but I don't think help is on its way. We've seen how this all goes. We've seen how it goes. Either people are just too fucking late, or in horror movies, help does arrive, but they get killed in the process. Yes, you all know the common trope of that. All right, so next up we got is another good tune, and that is How Much I Feel. Another great tune. It's in its own right, man. Like, I would compare it to the fourth song that we've listened to. I would compare it to Just the Two of Us. It had that very nice, soft, easy flow that I really liked. This would probably be another song that I would get stoned to and fuck to. So Keith Urban, I'm happy to say some of your songs are gonna definitely make my sex playlist. Like, you can hear the piano in this. Like, the piano gives it that nice complimentary feel, you know? Let's see here. All right, so the original was done by Ambrosia for their third album, Life Beyond LA. It was released in August of 1978, recorded in 78. The genres are soft rock and pop. Released by Warner Brothers Records. The songwriter was David Pack, and the producers were Freddie Pierrot and Ambrosia. Um, yeah, it was. It makes sense. It was released in the summer of '78, so it makes sense that they would have it as like a summer tune, you know. So, um, it peaked at number 3 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and number 2 for 3 weeks on the Cashbox Top 100. So that's pretty impressive there. Um, Yep, it peaked at number 11 on the US Adult Contemporary chart, number 3 on the Hot 100, and number 2 on Cashbox Top 100. By the end of the year, it was at number 43 on the Canadian charts, number 35 on the Cashbox chart, and number 84 on the Billboard Hot 100. It is certified gold in the US with 500,000 copies sold. Now, this song has had covers and sampling done for it. How Much I Feel was covered by English duo Alibi. That version reached number 58 on the UK singles chart in early 1998. It was sampled in the song All Your Fault by Big Sean featuring Kanye West on the third track for the 2015 album Dark Sky Paradise. And of course, Keith Urban covered it. So there you go. The lyrics go as follows. I don't know how this whole business started of you thinking that I had been untrue. But if you think that we'd be better parted, it's gonna hurt me, but I'll break away from you. Oh, just give me the sign, and I will be gone. Whoa, oh yeah. Cause that's how much I feel. Feel for you, baby, how much I need, and I need your touch, how much I live. I live for your loving. That's how much, that's how much, that's how much, that's how much. I sleep alone. Late at night, I'm dreaming of the togetherness that seems to be leaving me. Oh no. It's leaving him in a quiet no. I'd give it all, but then I'd give some more if you would only love me like you had before. Oh, I think we're all getting a general idea of what this fucking means, people. I think we all do. Come take hold of my hand and all will be forgiven. Oh, yeah. Because that's how much I feel. I feel for you, baby. How much I need. Yeah, I need your touch. How much I live. I live for your loving. That's how much. That's how much. That's how much. That's how much. Oh. So you try to stay in the middle, try, and then you cry. Yeah, you cry just a little cry. And then you both realize just how foolish you've been. Oh, and you try to make amends, but you're better off as friends. Because that's how much, that's how much, that's how much, that's how much. Oh. How's your life been going on? I've got a wife now. Years we've been going strong. Oh no, there's just something I gotta say. Sometimes when we make love, I still see your face. Yes, I do. Oh my fucking god. He can't have sex with his current wife without thinking of how much of a better partner she was at fucking the first girl, you know? Oh, fuck, dude. I just try to recall when we were as one. Oh yeah, that's how much I feel. I feel for you, baby. How much I need. I still need your touch. How much I live. Oh, I live for your loving. That's how much. That's how much. Yeah, that's how much. That's how much. Oh, I'm so going to hell. The fight. The one thing. So the lyrics for that song remind me of if any of you ever remember Hinder's big hit "Lips of an Angel," that's kind of what it reminds me of. For at least the overall meaning of the song, you know. That's how I see it. Alrighty, so I just need to make sure that I know where I'm at quick on this. Okay, I remember now. Folks. We're back on track. The next song that we got up is probably my most favorite song from this album, and that is Summer Breeze. And you know what? Considering the fact that it is summertime after all, it kind of makes sense that it would be released, you know? It has that, the music just has that Keith Urban feel to it. It really does, you know? Now, if any of you remember my podcast episode that I did for the American Music Awards, Keith Urban did perform Summer Breeze at that. And I thought that he did a good job of that performance, you know? Like, this is this is such a great song to listen to if you're out fishing on the lake, in my opinion. You know? Like, it just has that right feel to it. You know, really great stuff. It has that upbeat tempo and then that low beat tempo, you know, at the same time. You know, like it just feels right. Another good yacht rock jam right here, people. Alrighty, so, oh, so the song was originally done by American soft rock duo Seals and Crofts. It was it was the title track for their fourth album of the same name, released in August of 1972. The genre is soft rock. It was released by Warner Brothers Records, and the songwriters were Jim Seals and Dash Crofts, and the producer was Louis Shelton. Now, let's see here. The song reached number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart in the US. In 2013, it was ranked in number 13 in Rolling Stone's Best Summer Songs of All Time. The song also became a hit for the Isley Brothers in 1974. And I'm sure we'll get into that later. Yep, we will. Now, according to Dash Crofts, Jim Seals wrote the song, although the two shared writing credit. Released 9 days ahead of its lead as the lead single for their title track of the same for the album of the same name. Seals and Crofts' original version reached number 6 on the Billboard Pop Singles chart in the U.S. that same year. Bruce Eater of All Music referred to it as one of the most relentlessly appealing 1970s harmony rock anthems, appropriately ubiquitous on the radio and in the memory. Seals and Crofts performed the song live on the Bobby Darin Amusement Company variety show in '72. The song has also been featured in many, many movies, including but not limited to Dazed and Confused, Land of the Lost, Vacation, Vacation Friends, and Tron Ares. It was also featured in a number of TV series, including Freaks and Geeks, Family Guy, The Mindy Project, and Lioness. A remix version of the song was featured in a commercial for The Gap in 2004, featured on What Is Hip Remix Project 1 compilation album, and Colloquially, or whatever it is. It's spelled Colloccuially. Titled the Super Tsunami Philip Steer remix, and the duo would also re-record the song for their album Traces later that year. It became a hit on the adult contemporary charts. It peaked at number 6 in the Canadian RPM top singles chart, number 16 on the Australia Kent Music Report chart, number 14 on New Zealand's listeners chart, number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 4 on the Adult Contemporary chart, and number 6 on the US Cashbox Top 100. And in 2004 at number 17 on the Adult Contemporary. For the year-end charts, it peaked at number 66 on the US Joel Whitburn's Pop Annual chart and number 103 in Australia. It was certified platinum in New Zealand with 30,000 records sold. Let's see here. So it was done by the Isley Brothers as well in '74, and it actually did pretty well itself too. It was it reached number 60 on the pop chart, number 10 on the R&B chart, and number 16 on the UK singles chart. They performed it on the Isley Brothers performed Summer Breeze on the music TV show Soul Train in '74. It was featured in season 8, episode 18 of The Blacklist, and also in a 2014 episode of Scandal. It was sampled in the track All in My Mind by MC Hammer, along with his newly formed rap group Oakland Fight Club, featuring Mr. FAB in 2014. It was certified number 20, or certified silver in the UK with 200,000 records sold. It peaked at number 84 on the Canadian R&B singles chart, number 16 on the UK Singles Official Charts Company chart, number 60 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and number 10 on the Billboard Hot Soul Singles chart. There were other huge cover versions that were made, also including Type O Negative. Australian band Stylist recorded a version in '75, which appeared on their Where in the World album, reaching number 58 on the Australian singles chart. English singer Jeffrey Williams released a single in 1992 as a single, and it peaked at number 56 on the week ending August 2nd, 1992 on the UK singles chart. It also peaked at number 32 on the week ending November 22nd, 1992 on New Zealand's official Top 40 singles chart. And of course, Keith Urban did this cover. So, pretty good. And all in all, it's a great song. I really enjoyed the hell out of listening to it. I really, really did. All right, let's get into the singles, or tracks, or lyrics, I meant. See the curtains hanging in the window? In the evening on a Friday night, a little light a-shining through the window lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. See the paper laying on the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walk on top of the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Oh, summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Sweet days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune. And I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. Ah. See the smile awaiting in the kitchen. Ah. Food cooking and the plates for two. Ah. Feel the arms that reached out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Oh, summer breeze makes me feel fine blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze, summer breeze. Another good tune in its own right, folks. Another good tune. So next up we are going to go to is the song simply titled I Just Want to Stop. I wasn't much of a fan for this, but it sounded really good, you know. It I don't know why. Some reason with some of the music flow, I felt off key to me, but it probably wasn't off key, you know. It sounds like something that I would listen to as I'm watching the sunset while I'm having a Long Island iced tea in one hand and maybe a margarita in the other, you know? Just like this, you know? All right, so let's get into this. The song was originally done by Gino Vanelli for the album for his sixth album, Brother to Brother. It was released in August of 1978, recorded in 78. Genres are soft rock and pop. It was released by A&M Records. The songwriter was Ross Vanelli. The producers were Gino Vanelli, Joe Vanelli, and Ross Vanelli. Ah, get the whole family in there, man. That's a good way to do it. It remains his biggest hit single to date, reaching number one in his native Canada and number four on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. Let's see here. It received the nomination for Grammy Award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance, so that's a good accolade to have attached to it. So it peaked at number one on the Canadian RPM Top Singles, number five on the Canadian RPM Adult Contemporary, number four on the US Billboard Hot 100, number four on the Adult Contemporary charts, number 21 on the US Hot Soul Singles chart, and number two on the US Cashbox Top 100. It was for its yearly end charting. It ended the year at number 37 on the Canadian RPM Top Singles chart, number 50 on the US Cashbox, and number 75 on the US Top Pop Singles chart. Now, in addition to the aforementioned Keith Urban, R&B slash jazz singer Angela Bofill recorded as part of her 1988 Capitol release Intuition. This version peaked at number 11 on the US Billboard Hot Black Singles chart. And of course, like I said, it was featured on Flow State, so that's pretty good. Okay. Here are the lyrics. For your love, for your love. When I think about those nights in Montreal, I get the sweetest thoughts of you and me. Memories of love above the city lights. Oh, I tried so hard to take it, but alone my heart won't make it. I just want to stop and tell you what I feel about you, babe. I just want to stop. I never want to live without you, babe. I just want to stop for your love. Oh, for your love, for your love, for your love. When I think about the way the world must turn, the world must turn. I get the saddest thoughts of you and me, you and me. Memories of life and times go on and on and on. Oh, I've tried hard to forget it, but alone my mind won't let it. I just want to stop and tell you what I feel about you, babe. I just want to stop. The world ain't right without you, babe. I just gotta stop. For your love, baby. Oh, for your love, baby. Oh, I've tried so hard to take it, but alone my heart won't make it. I just want to stop and tell you what I feel about you, babe. I just want to stop. The world ain't right without you, babe. I just want to stop for your love. Stop. Oh, I just want to stop. I said the world ain't right about without you. I just want to stop. Oh, I just want to stop. Never want to live without you. No, no. Hey, yeah, I just want to stop. I just want to stop. Overall, it's another good tune. I probably wouldn't revisit it, but if it's playing, I'll listen to it. So, let's see here. Alrighty, so we are going to conclude this podcast with the final song on this track, and it is none other than Guitar Man. Now, this is the most country song out of all the songs that we have already reviewed. And it feels right, you know. It feels good. It feels really nice, you know. No, like the guitar work is great on it, you know. It feels like you're in the back row. You're in the back roads of wherever, country roads, dirt roads, just driving around in your big old fat pickup truck, you little dick sons of bitches, and just enjoying the cruise with this song. Now, this song features the John Mayer, and it makes sense that they would have him on here too, you know? No, it just does. It feels right, you know? Like John Mayer did well on this song as well. All right, so the original was was done by the band Bread, and it was from the album of the same name. It was their fifth album, released in July of 1972. The genre was soft rock, released by Elektra Records, and it was David Gates that both songwrote and produced this song. It is, let's see here. The song peaked at number 11 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart and was their third number one hit on the Easy Listening chart, following If and Baby I'ma Want You. Record World called it a super fine super hit with a beautiful tune, apt lyric, full rich production. Cashbox said that this ballad proves Brad's versatility and ability to handle a lyric that says a bit more than I love you. Cashbox also said the song is about performers, but is bound to be a listener's dream. All right, so it peaked at number 6 on the Canadian RPM Top Singles chart, number 7 on the Canadian Adult Contemporary charts, number 16 on the UK Singles OCC chart, number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 1 on the Adult Contemporary charts, and number 10 on the US Cashbox Top 100. The song has had a couple different covers done. The song had been covered by David J. on his 2003 album Estranged, Cake on their 2004 album Pressure Chief, Starflyer 59 on their 2007 vinyl collection Ghosts of the Future, Bobby Bear Jr. on his American Bread EP, and Jericho Rosales on his 2009 album Change. Hank Marvin released his album Guitar Man with a cover of the song. In 2012, Reckless Eric and Amy Rigby recorded a version for a fundraising CD titled Super Hits of the 70s for radio station WFMU, and of course, Flow State. It appeared on Flow State. All right, so we are going to conclude this here. These are the lyrics for this song. Well, who draws the crowd and plays so loud? Baby, it's the Guitar Man. Who's gonna steal the show? You go listen to the Guitar Man. He can make you love, he can make you cry, he will bring you down, then he'll get you high. Something keeps him going, miles and miles a day, to find another place to pay. Well, night after night, who treats you right? Baby, it's the Guitar Man. Who's on the radio? You go listen to the Guitar Man. Then he comes to town and you see his face, and you think you might like to take his place, but something keeps him drifting miles and miles away, searching for the songs to play. Then you listen to the music and you like to sing along. You want to get the meaning out of each and every song. Then you find yourself a message and some words to call your own, and you take them home. Oh yeah, Guitar Man. He can make you love, he can make you high, he will bring you down, then he'll make you cry. But something keeps him moving. No one seems to know. just what it is that makes him go. Then the lights begin to flicker and the sound is getting dim. The voice begins to falter and the crowds are getting thin. But he never seems to notice. He's just got to find another place to play. Fade away. Oh, he's got to play. Oh, yeah, he's got to play. Got to play. Oh, he's got to play. The Guitar Man. Guitar Man. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are all the songs from this album here. What can I say about this album? This is without a doubt the soundtrack for this summer, for summer 2026. And I do highly recommend this album. I really do. Now, obviously, my least favorite song that I was not a fan of was Magnet and Steel. I just was not a fan about it at all. Then there was a couple other songs that I didn't really care much about, but if they're there, I'll listen to them. But I will say that my biggest favorite songs are obviously Summer Breeze, Baby Come Back, Just the Two of Us, How Much I Feel, and Guitar Man. Those are great songs that really stood out to me the most on this. And it's because of all of the songs that I really enjoyed, as well as a couple that I either did not like or care much about. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 rating. But I still highly recommend for you guys to check it out if you haven't. And I will include the link to the album in the description below, so give it a listen today. Hey, Keith Urban, props to you, man. You've done it once again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Are you Keith Urban fans? And if so, what are your favorite songs or whatever by him? Leave it in the comments below. And also comment what you think is an album that I should listen to, without a doubt. Lost my webcam. Give me a moment. Or my monitor turned off for no reason. Okay, there we go. We're back on. And I thought it was going to take forever. All right, folks. Like I said, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Subscribe to the Roger Radio Show today. Hit the like button if you like my shit. And hit the bell to be notified on when I upload. And while you're at it, follow me on my social media. The links to that will be in the description below. And if you are an independent musician or band who wants to be interviewed and have your music promoted, email me at rogerrhodes90@yahoo.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, until next time, ta-ta for now!